I was telling the chat if they can let me know if my I think for you it's gonna sound worse because I don't got the filters on, like when I'm talking to you. But like I have my air conditioner going on right now, and my neighbor's blasting Spanish music. There's a bunch of chaos. There's a bunch of chaos happening over here, yo.
Okay, I think it should pan out.
Yeah, so I had to put a little bit of background music on, but how's your night going, man?
It's pretty good. Yeah, just trying to keep busy, just hoping to do some gaming tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of harder more recently to kind of be available at the same time as my friend Timmy, but definitely gonna try to get some more Halo in tonight. We have been playing the update a little bit.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the what is it called? The House of Wolves?
Yeah, I think that's what it
I
is.
think the wolves, yeah, the
I'm just glad to have at least one new map.
Oh, I know. I know, man. It was like the same for so long. The same.
Yeah, we're long overdue for another map.
Did you get a chance to play the Last Spartan Standing?
I haven't gotten to play that game mode yet, no. Like, I've played the new map, but I haven't played that game mode.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, I mean, it's 12 Spartans, and then you have to be the last Spartan standing. It's battle royale, but you get lives. You get like 5 lives. And I think
Okay.
the sucky part about it is it's the exact same map. Like it doesn't change. Like it's like pretty
Oh,
still
that's
pretty
weird.
fast, yeah.
Man, they just can't get it right.
I
I keep
know.
hoping.
Yeah. Did you ever end up finishing the campaign?
No, I didn't really like. I kind of stuck with more of the multiplayer. It was kind of just like I jump in for a couple rounds and stop playing the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I haven't really completed the campaign yet. I'm really waiting on the co-op campaign because it's a lot more interesting that way.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the co-op also, and that was supposed to come out alongside that other mode where you can create different maps and stuff.
Oh yeah, Forge.
Forge, there we go. But that hasn't happened yet, and I think a lot of people
We're
are
waiting.
yeah. Yeah, Marky Mark says Tracker is my hero. Because of him, over the past week I've spent like 115 on $1,000 worth of stuff. He's the deals king.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's wicked, man. That's the best. I don't like beyond, saving money by getting a PS5 at retail price or whatever console. It's pretty awesome to be able to save like upwards of like 50% or more on like just about anything else,
Right, right. Yeah, man, like
Yeah, I mean,
I've been
I
seeing
love
that you've
hunting
been
deals.
tweeting out a lot of good deals.
Yeah, it's nice because it's like I know that a lot of people who get their console, it's like, well, what's left after that? And I'm like, man, if whatever I've learned from tracking consoles can help me save people money in other ways, like I'm totally down for that.
Yeah, definitely, man. And I think like it's pretty cool, dude, like the community that you've built over on Twitter. How many followers are you at now?
I think about 159,000. I don't know. I think, yeah, I'm not sure how many people are like really active still. I think a lot of people get their consoles and they kind of just bail off of Twitter. But, for the people who stick around, that's a big reason why I focus on, not just doing the PS5 tracking stuff, but
Right.
finding deals and things too. Because, yeah, while we're here, try to have some fun, save a little bit of money. And if I find good deals that I'm like jumping onto, I figure other people are probably interested.
No, yeah, definitely, man. Definitely, and those were some pretty awesome deals. If I had the cash, I would have like definitely jumped on some of those. So that's cool, dude. You're keeping us up to date with all the deals you're coming across. Do you have like and you don't have bots that tracking, huh? It's all you. Like,
Yeah, mostly I'm just like, for instance, when it's something that's like really in high demand, like the Lego Horizon, like the tall neck set, I basically just have that in my cart at all times on Amazon, and I occasionally refresh it, and I'm like, oh, hey, it's back. So Yeah, it's all manual really.
Man,
And it's not too bad. I mean, it's just like it's pretty familiar territory for me. So anything that like sells out quickly or is in high demand is well within my wheelhouse for sure. I'd say with all the PS5 stuff we've had.
yeah, man, definitely. And is it cool to talk about? You kind of did half of a face reveal.
A little bit, yeah. Just a little bit.
Yeah, Tracker got a new Twitter account. If you guys haven't had a chance to check it out, what's your new Twitter handle?
I think it's Rye Likes Games. So if you just go at Rye Likes Games, you'll find me there. Yeah, I just made it like last month.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I just want to have a place, where I can kind of just like, I don't know, point out some of the weird crap I see on Twitter sometimes, or
Yeah,
yeah.
I know.
And I'm also, I want to do more streaming going forward too, and like maybe a little bit more like Pokemon card stuff, because like openings are really fun to watch for me. So I might try that at some point. And if I do that, it'll probably be through that account.
Right, that's cool, man. Went ahead and dropped his Twitter account there in the chat. But yeah, I was kind of thinking about that too because like I've been using my I guess YouTube Twitter like for more personal stuff, and I every time I tweet about something personal, I'll lose like two or three people, and they're like, "Oh, I don't want to like hear what this guy has to say."
Right. Man, I'm kind of at the point, I have to say, with like Twitter and stuff, where it's like you're gonna lose followers for basically any reason.
Yeah,
And a lot of people only want to hear about PS5, but a lot of people want other content. Like they're sick of hearing about just PS5, So it's kind of like you can't make everybody happy. That's kind of where I'm at. Like I've been willing to share a lot more deals and stuff because I know it benefits, you know, like recent followers, it benefits long-term followers, and it doesn't get the same hype as like PS5 stuff, but it still makes a difference in people's lives to save, like 80, $100 on something.
oh
Like that
yeah,
makes a huge impact on people's lives. So like that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, I know every time if I post anything, well, honestly, even if I post a PS5 restock alert, I think that's actually when I lose the most followers.
oh
It's
yeah.
like, it's in stock. See, look, I'm doing my job. And then I lose a bunch of followers.
What in the world? That's crazy, man.
So, I mean, it's just Twitter. At the end of the day, like people are going to follow for different reasons. I think at the end of the day, like people do want more content. That's going to be what really keeps people engaged and keep them around longer. And the people who only want a PS5, well, hopefully they get one at retail price, and then they can do whatever they want to do. But I think there are a lot of like Twitter users who are just like regular Twitter users who don't mind having the same account that they trusted to help them get a PS5, help them find other things too.
Yeah, yeah,
So
man.
I think, yeah, that's a little bit different, like philosophically, than I think where I've been for a long time. I was so intensely focused on only PS5 stuff that I felt like I kind of neglected part of like the other interests in the community,
Hmm.
just to like cater to only the PS5 folks. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Is just like, you're gonna lose followers, and they probably weren't gonna stick around any longer than they got their PS5 anyways. So yeah, like I'm more in the place of just wanting to enjoy what we have. If we have a community, even if it's a smaller community than we want at times,
Hmm.
um, if we get to help people out, like that's always worthwhile.
Yeah, man. I think what's never gonna change is like the good feeling of helping other people like save some money or keeping on top of the PS5 restocks. You're always gonna be able to help someone out there, so that's always a good feeling too, man.
Right, right. And it's like any in-demand thing is like, we'll be on top of it because we're not only tracking PS5 stuff, we're tracking all kinds of deals, all kinds of retailers. When there's like a weird price error thing and I catch it, I'm gonna share it.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
I have to say one of the best ones we had recently was these like 5-tier shelving units, these like steel shelves. that were supposed to be 38% off, but they were accidentally $38 instead of like $80 or something.
Oh wow.
And no joke, I like snagged a bunch of them myself because I've been needing to organize stuff. I was like, this is perfect and super practical. So I'm going to share this out because this is crazy.
Yeah,
And it sold out.
I bet it did, bro.
Yeah, man, because those shelves will cost you like $80 to $100 in most cases. You know, they hold 200 pounds per shelf. Like, those are good, really practical things to have. And that kind of like sharing that again kind of opened my eyes to being like, oh yeah, like we're all regular people and we all like need different things at different times. And
Right.
I would say like, so through Twitter, you can see like roughly how many clicks you get on something if you check out like, you know, the details about a tweet. And no joke, I saw as many clicks on that price error as I would see on a PS5 drop.
Really?
So there was as much interest in that price error as a PS5 drop. So
wow, man. Wow,
so that tells me, you know, it makes a difference for people, and yeah, so it's definitely worth tracking and keeping an eye on.
Hey, Rerum Trading, what's going on, man? What was the name of that shelf again? Rerum was asking.
Oh man, let's see. I'm trying to remember, but I know I maxed out on it. Like, I think I had a limit of 5, and I got 5.
Oh wow. Hey, what's going on, Frozen Magma? Welcome back, my friend.
Oh, it was like honeydew or something like that. You know, it's just like some kind of like, you know, random Amazon brand that you end up finding. But it was, I mean, they're solid. We put a bunch of them together. I was able to actually like create some sort of order in the garage due to those. So yeah, and that's the thing too with like price errors and stuff. They don't always ship out, but a lot of the time they do. So like we found the 1 terabyte FireCuda SSDs. We were tracking that too.
Mm-hmm.
And those things are usually like $200. And GameStop had a price error where they were like $109. You know, absolutely insane. And they're like the best SSD that you can get for a PS5 with the heatsink included.
Wow. Man, with the heatsink included, that's pretty cool.
On a FireCuda SSD, like those things are beastly, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a heck of a cop right there. Like, I already have my SSD in my PS5, but I was like, I probably should just get this just in general because that's a crazy deal. And it shipped. Like, I got mine no problem. Same thing, there was like an external SSD that was a 1 terabyte and usually about $120. And it was a price error again at GameStop for $49.99. Absolutely insane.
Rerum said, I thought you said honeydew, but it's honey can do.
Honey can do. Okay, yeah.
That sounds like the
right.
new Mountain Dew flavor. Speaking of Mountain Dew, Marky Mark's a big a Mountain Dew fan. I saw him, he was stacking up on some like crazy different flavors the other day. Gabo, what's going on, Gabo? Gabo says, "Yer." What I wanted to mention really quick, and we'll get into the restock talk, you guys, and we're talking a little bit about Halo Infinite. But another thing, what they've been planning on doing is, I don't know if anyone, so if in the chat you guys let us know if you've been playing Halo Infinite, the new season. So this season's gonna run for 6 more months. So I don't know if they added enough to keep people interested, but I know a big issue that some people were talking about is the fact that the cosmetics are tied to the cores. So like you can unlock a Spartan core and then you can unlock different types of the armor, but then it's tied to that core. And what they're thinking about doing in the future is allowing those options to be usable with other cores. So I think that would be a good idea, because right now it's like, if you unlock something but you don't have the core, or if the core was tied to like a timed event, that kind of sucks, because it does limit your ability to customize your Spartan. I
agree. Yeah, like we need definitely more variety, just like more things to keep people interested in Halo. Like the gameplay itself is perfectly fine, but when it comes to like things like cosmetics, when it comes to, you know, like we were saying about, you know, there being the you know, campaign co-op and Forge and stuff, it's just like, all right, like this is a big enough game that we shouldn't have to be waiting on everything, you know? Like there's enough money there, I think, for them to be able to develop more and really support this title, because it's kind of sad to see a Halo game like this.
Yeah,
I don't know,
man.
kind of sit in purgatory, because I love my Halo games, you know. I still play multiplayer and stuff, but if it wasn't for friends to play it with, I wouldn't be playing it at all.
Another thing I noticed is that they have decreased the price of some of the smaller things. Like they used to sell like the charms, I think, for like $5, and they decreased it to like, I think it's $3 now if you convert the credits to like cash. So they did that change. That was another, I think, deterrent that a lot of people didn't like. Also, is they were charging weird amounts of money for like very small things like charms.
Yeah, it's been really weird how they've managed that side of things. I don't know, like I know that my girlfriend wants to get the like the cat ears, but it's like $10 to get those. You know?
Oh,
like that's kind of absurd.
Oh yeah, the cat ears.
Yeah, I mean it's cool, and I would get them too, but I'm just like $10 man.
Yup.
It just it doesn't pay off for me to have like a little cosmetic thing like that.
Yeah, it doesn't compute. It's weird. It's weird when you see paywalls like that. Gabo is asking the $1 million question though, man, and that's a really good question. I'll let you answer it first. Is Halo dead?
I don't think it is, but I think they're not really helping, you know? Like they're not really helping keep Halo alive right now by really dragging everything out like this. You know, like we've seen some crazy statistics about how badly it's performing among like Twitch viewership and stuff. And just like all the headlines are bad. Like nothing really looks good for Halo. I'm glad that we have at least a new map to mess around with, but man, that's not going to be enough. And like, how far are we off of when this was released? We're like 6 months out from when people were first able to like play on Game Pass. It's insane that we're like just now getting new content.
Right.
So I don't think it's dead, but it's dying, you know, and they're not really doing a whole lot to sustain it.
There was a Twitter, you know how sometimes we get suggested tweets like on our feed, and one popped out that caught my eye, and it was tweeted out by YouTuber Eckhart's Ladder, and he actually did like 4 tweets worth of explaining why Halo Infinite is dead, and he was pretty critical of it. He says, okay, let's see. Halo gets no views. If I were only making videos on what did well, I'd skip Infinite entirely. I only talk about the game because I love Halo and the universe. Look at your favorite Halo content creators. There aren't many thriving right now like we expected. He sets the one that caught my eye was, oh, this one. The worst part about Halo Infinite Season 2 is that it's shown how little people care. There's no hype. Player population is essentially where it was. It's made no impact outside of normal players. I really don't think the game can come back from this, especially with another 6-month season. And he ultimately says that he thinks Halo's like dead, but I'm gonna agree with you, Stock Tracker. I don't think it is, because the thing is, I think a game dies when you log in and like none of your friends are playing it, or if you yourself don't find any interest in playing it. Like for me, I still have fun jumping in and inviting some friends, and we still have a good time playing it. And maybe it's not as popular as, say, Grand Theft Auto Online. It's been popular for like so many years now. I think it's like a very subjective thing, like depending on who you ask, you know. For me, I don't feel it is, because I'm still having fun with it. But tell me if I think like Borderlands Online is dead. I would say yeah, Borderlands 3 Online. That's something I feel it is, because I don't have like my circle of friends playing it anymore. But I think it's a very subjective thing, depends on like who you ask and everything. Gabo says Halo's definitely on life support.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that for sure. I wouldn't say it's dead, not yet. And you
Yeah.
know,
Then that's another good.
thankfully the gameplay is good, and like there are enough people who are like long time Halo fans that are gonna play online anyways, because I mean it's our best option. But I also think like you can ask anybody who is playing right now, do you want more out of the franchise? And I think we would most of us would agree that we do expect more.
Right. And Gable makes a good point because for it to be, this is Xbox's star franchise, so that's definitely another thing to consider because it is their big IP for sure, exclusive. You would think,
Right.
yeah, you kind of get a feeling that you would think they would have gone a little bit harder on it in terms of the content that they were putting out for it. That's a good point. Walter Samples just beat Tiny Tina. Oh, dude, have you tried? Are you a Borderlands fan?
Me, a little bit. Like I never really got super into the series, but I always appreciated it. It's kind of one of those.
Yeah, Tiny Tina's pretty fun. It's like one of those games that you can just chill, like kick back. It's really off the wall, really. And Tiny Tina's a really funny character, so I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, it seems like it's good entertainment, and I'm glad that they focus on that, because there's a lot of like creativity within Borderlands that I'm just glad to see that there are games out there right now that can be like first person shooters and also like really entertaining at the same time.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
not everything has to be serious, just combat oriented and whatnot.
Rerum Trading, thank you for the follow on Twitter, my dude. Appreciate it, man. Make sure to follow Mr. Stock Tracker. His Twitter account's in the description, and his Twitch also. Hey, how's your Twitch going, dude?
It's good. I haven't really done a stream in a while, just because I've been trying to work on a couple other things, like building up the Discord has been a focus. Sharing more deals has started to be a bit more of a focus. And I'm doing a little bit of personal stuff as well. Like I started messing around with the stock market again, which is like a whole other thing. But yeah. So definitely wanting to do some more Twitch streams again soon. I haven't really played Elden Ring since my last stream, so that might be a good motivation.
There you go. There you go, man.
Yeah, but always like working on something new. I'm looking forward to the next stream, honestly, because I just know that like the people who are fun to chill with are going to be there. So I was thinking maybe tomorrow I might do a stream tomorrow.
Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, I'll swing by, man. Usually,
Sweet.
do you usually like stream, or what's like the time of day you usually do it?
More like afternoon, evening time. So yeah, later in the day is most likely. Weekends have been insanely busy, just like in personal life and stuff. So I've been looking forward to the chance to actually just get to stream and chat with people again.
That's cool, man. That's cool. But yeah.
Oh,
dude.
you know what? I might stream Ghostwire Tokyo this time, because I just got that.
Oh,
like I just officially got it to keep it, because it's on sale on PSN right now.
Okay.
I was like, okay, I gotta cop that. It's like $20 off. So, and they updated the functionality with the adaptive triggers on the DualSense controller, so it's even better.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump into it tonight probably and just kind of mess around a little bit. But honestly, I think if I'm gonna stream tomorrow, that's probably what I'll stream. Enough people have questions about Ghostwire Tokyo that I think it would be interesting for other people to get to experience it.
Right. Jesse Harrison, what's going on, my friend? Thank you so much for swinging by, dude. Gabo asking, did you jump into crypto? Crypto's a thing that you can do on the stock market now, right? You can invest in crypto?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they made it pretty easy to start doing that. I haven't messed with crypto. I have friends that are into crypto. I'm kind of like old school. I just want to like study some of the best like stock traders that I've seen and just try to learn from them. Interestingly enough, one of the biggest like stock trading accounts that I know about on Twitter actually follows me. And I just found that out like just the other day. I was like, oh, this is wild.
Oh, does he?
I had no idea. Yeah, and I don't know why. I like maybe they wanted a PS5 at some point. But I was like, small world, man.
Man, that's crazy. What are your
Yeah,
thoughts on?
so I haven't really. Oh yeah, go for it.
I know Gable was asking your thoughts on NFTs. I keep when I hear NFTs, I think about that SNL skit, where, you know which one I'm talking about with Eminem.
No, no, no. I don't think I've seen it.
Oh yeah, they explain NFTs like using an Eminem song. But anyways,
Oh man. Yeah,
non-fungible
my thought.
tokens, right?
Yeah, non-fungible tokens.
Fungible,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't have really strong feelings about it, except for when it comes into like the gaming space. That's where things are a bit more complicated. Like we're already having to like pay for cosmetics and stuff in games, and those kind of are almost like NFT like. You know, you're just like paying for this like appearance of a thing.
Yeah.
And I know there's like blockchain and everything, like actual like mining involved and stuff, like with crypto and all of that. But for me personally, I'm like, for the people who are investing in it and selling NFTs, it's probably a really good way to make money. But for me, I'm still kind of like I said, I'm kind of old school. So, you know, when I see an NFT, I'm like a little bit in the mindset of like, okay, I can just take a screenshot and now I own that thing.
Yeah. It.
No, isn't true. I know that that's not how it works. You know, like they can trace the ownership back because the blockchain like verifies that you are the real owner if you are.
Yeah. But it's crazy to me that people are finding value with what you have to dig to find out. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. Well, the funniest thing to me is of course that recent story about somebody who bought an NFT of like Jack Dorsey's first tweet.
Good lord!
Like the guy who created Twitter, his first tweet. That person paid like over $2 million for that NFT.
Sweet heavens!
And they tried to sell it, and the highest bid was $270.
Oh
Something
my
like
god!
that.
No way!
Yeah. So you know that's why I look at that. I'm like, no, that's probably not for me. Not right now. I'm not gonna mess with that.
The guy
that's like one hell of a rug pull, man. You think you got something sweet. You're like, oh man, I got this NFT of a tweet for such a great deal at $2 million.
The guy who bought it for like 200's like, I'm gonna be like the star of the metaverse someday. I can like show everyone.
I have this NFT.
I think that's
I
where.
don't know, man. I wish I knew more, but at the same time, I'm like, I only have so much capacity.
I think like NFTs are gonna be like the currency of the metaverse, man. Like once we get into like into that, like in the future, the metaverse might take off like that, where like you can pay for stuff with NFTs.
Oh man, I wouldn't be surprised. People would be like, "Hey, do you have a drunk monkey NFT? I'll trade you for you know, a space bunny." Or something. And like that's the way it's just gonna be. That's gonna be normal.
Ready Player One stuff, dude. Holy crap.
Yeah, just looking at like regular stocks and stuff for me personally, like things that I can kind of quantify a bit. You know, like looking at a company and trying to understand a bit more of its like background, looking at earnings reports and stuff. One company I'm looking at, ironically, this coming week, like Wendy's has their earning report coming in, and honestly, like I've been eating a lot more Wendy's, so there's a part of me that's like, maybe Wendy's is doing really well right now.
Yo, you're gonna invest in some Wendy's, man?
I know, I already am. That's the thing, is like I go there, you know, once a week at least. So I may as well own some Wendy's. I don't know. This is not financial advice. I just really like their burgers.
Wendy's is pretty good. I think for like my favorite. What's your favorite burger, chat? I think I have to say like my favorite fast food burger is Burger King. I like that flame broil taste.
I can understand that. I was gonna say, yeah, like the smokiness of Burger King burgers, I really enjoy.
Yeah, it's like, and then they started knowing my name when I go there. I'm like, okay, I'm coming here way too often. Like, hey,
yeah, this is
what's going
red
on?
Flag.
Red flag, red flag. And like my
like, oh, the regular, yes.
Yeah, my bank statement's all Burger King. I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah, no, we go to the same one like every week, and I think they just kind of know what to expect at this point.
Jucky, what's going on? Jucky says his favorite burger is thong mat. That's a interesting choice of burger. Jucky, thanks for letting us know about that. It goes viral
It's a
tomorrow.
special.
The thong burger, summer only, seasonal edition. Um, dude, so there there is something interesting that popped up, and I saw that you were tweeting about it, and we'll jump into the PS5 talk if you're cool with it. But there's
Sure.
another system that we talked about this like last year, man, and we were kind of saying that this might happen, especially getting closer to the summer. And I'm gonna totally find that video and clip it and share it because the Nintendo Switch OLED is slowly becoming a little bit difficult. Not difficult, like very difficult. I mean, you've been tracking it more than I have, but it's becoming where like some places actually sold out, right? Like some areas.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of a weird thing that I stumbled across just kind of like checking out my local stores. And I live near a lot of stores. So it's really odd for me to like look at Target and see it's actually sold out all around me. So like all the Target stores are sold out around me. All the GameStop stores are sold out. I've seen that Amazon has been like off and on sold out, so then they'll have like the reseller listings. And same thing with Walmart. Like I went onto the Walmart site earlier before I put up that tweet. And I saw that they had a reseller listing up. When you go to click the normal listing, it was like $20 above retail price, sold by somebody else. So I'm like, something's going on here. Like this is changing a bit. And
Yeah.
people kind of like don't appreciate it as much because there's so much focus on just PS5 right now. Like even Xbox, people are like, oh, it's everywhere, it's super easy to get. But that's not the case for the entire country. There are still regions where it's basically impossible to get an Xbox Series X, which thankfully we have things like the Microsoft Store where they have been restocking online. But with Nintendo Switch, like it actually has been selling out at every major retailer on a regular basis. So like the demand is still there. People who are just trying to get a PS5, are of course like used to drops where it lasts like, less than a minute, and then they have to go on to the next one and stuff. But like the Nintendo Switch OLED has legitimately been sold out across multiple retailers on a regular basis.
This reminds me of what happened when the Nintendo 3DS started selling out, and then when it got phased out, people were scrambling for it. And I think because we're getting closer to bigger talks about the new Nintendo Switch, I think that's what's gonna happen with the OLED. There's gonna be a point where all of a sudden we're not gonna see them in stores as often anymore, and it's gonna get phased out, and it's gonna become like a highly sought after, like what the new 3DS that happened to the new 3DS.
Right. Well, and the thing is too, like that we should all probably keep in mind is like how many games are there for the Nintendo Switch at this point? There are so many games, and they're still coming out with so many great new games. Like, we did pick up Nintendo Switch Sports, and dude, it's hella fun. It's a good time.
Oh, have you been having
And
fun with it?
yeah, we played a little bit. Like, I played like the sword fighting one. I played the tennis one with my partner, and also played like a little bit of the volleyball one, and it's really fun. Like that's the thing that Nintendo Switch does really well. Like if you just want to have a lighthearted good time gaming, like alone or with other people, there's a Nintendo Switch game for that.
Yo,
With Xbox Series X and with PS5, I feel like there's so much like of a serious fan base around them, but Nintendo just like brings in gamers of every age, of all kinds of interests. There are plenty of people who have PS5 who also love playing their Nintendo Switch. I personally like kind of enjoy the Nintendo Switch more than I enjoy the PS5. I think I probably still play the PS5 more recently, but I have more of a good time when I'm playing a Nintendo Switch. And I think that's where a lot of people are, and when we have games like Nintendo Switch Sports coming out, where like you can play locally with other people and have fun, or you can play against other people online competitively and have a good time, like that's going to drive up the demand of the console, I think, considerably.
I think so too, man. Silvio Alberto and Jason Bourne, what's going on, guys? But yeah, and Gable was asking if it's really worth it. The thing is that if the next iteration of the Switch doesn't have an OLED screen, people are gonna want to play that large library of games on an OLED screen, like on a smaller OLED screen, because the visual quality I've found is actually worth the upgrade when you trade in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree completely. Like the visual quality, and also like this is one of the points I always come back to is like the stand for the OLED is like so much better. It's just such a better design. It's sturdy, and really the screen feels like it's so much bigger because the bezel is much smaller too.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yeah, it's just like a really rich display. So I think it's kind of underappreciated still. And that's the thing too, is like when we start to see it selling out again, like anybody who's been like looking for one should kind of like wake up to that a little bit and just be like, oh, okay, maybe I should try to get one. And the reason why I post it too is like there are people who've been trying to get them and they just haven't been asking about it.
Mm-hmm.
They've just been waiting for somebody to post about it. So, if people can't handle an OLED post every now and then that's kind of their problem. Like I want to see every gamer get the console that they want without having to overpay.
Yeah.
So,
And you're giving
I'm
them
gonna
the
keep
heads
tracking
up.
that for sure.
You're giving them the heads up before it's too late, where then it ends up being frustrating to find one. So I totally hear what you're saying, man.
Well, and it kind of, thank you. Yeah. And it kind of goes back to what we were seeing like towards the end of last year. There was a lot of speculation that, supply for the Switch OLED would start to decrease considerably. And we might start seeing a lot more of that happening where it is harder to find. Like you can find it in person at certain stores and in certain regions, but in a lot of places in the US, like I live in and around a really big city, and every single Target and every single GameStop is totally sold out around me.
Yeah.
So the demand is there, even if it's not something that, is in stock for like 2 seconds and then sells out. People are still looking for it and it's still selling out.
Oh, hold up, man.
No worries.
All right, man. Yeah. Well, thanks for the update for the Switch OLED, man. And I think we're gonna be hearing more about it as time goes on, especially getting closer to. Man, I can't believe we're in May already, but getting closer to
Right.
summer and also the holiday season. And Tracker got your guys' back with that. I'll try to do my best too with tracking that. But yeah, I think it's gonna be something that, or if you're thinking about it, then probably do it now before it gets harder to find.
Yeah, because we do have a lot of big releases coming out. Like we have Xenoblade 3 coming out in July. In June, the new Mario Strikers game is coming out, and that's going to be huge, especially for like online competitive play.
Oh yeah, and then Splatoon 3 is gonna be the huge one, right? That's in November.
Right. Yeah, I mean, over the next several months, there are some huge new releases coming to the Switch OLED, and if we're already kind of in a point where there's a little bit more of a crunch on supply, getting in and around those big releases, that hype train really fuels a lot. And once people, it's like we were saying with like PS5 availability, getting closer to Horizon coming out and Elden Ring coming out, like we knew it was going to get harder. It's the same kind of thing. Like there are going to be people who are like, well, I didn't get an OLED, but now I kind of want one because I want to play, like I want to play Strikers and have like the best visual display.
Yeah, and the
Like
biggest
people
screen.
start to see it's worth it. Yeah, it's such a big difference. I really enjoy my OLED. It's a great console. It's so convenient too, just to be able to bring that out. Man, I can't wait until I get my Steam Deck. That's the thing I'm like waiting desperately on right now.
Oh man, you're gonna have to let me know how that is when you get it, dude.
I'm so excited. I pre-ordered one through my Steam account, and then I had my partner pre-order one as well, but like the one that was a little bit cheaper, so I think like the mid-range one. And that one, even though she pre-ordered it after I pre-ordered mine, is actually set to like, be ready in Q2. So like now, like anytime between now and the end of June, it could come, it could be ready. So I'm like, I just need to play it, man.
Yeah, it's really quick. I wanted to ask you before we start talking about PS5, man. For
Yeah,
the Switch Sports, can you play it undocked?
yeah, yeah. If you're playing with other people locally, though, I think you do have to be docked. But you can play it solo docked or on a TV
Oh,
slash
okay.
monitor.
Okay,
But
cool,
yeah, if
cool.
you're playing with like another person locally, then you'll have to be on a monitor docked. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, with one system, I can like put it on tabletop mode and just share the Joy-Con.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna let you take the floor here, man, because I know you've been going hard on the PS5 tracking. What did you want to talk about when it comes to PS5, man? What can we expect? The stores that are worth talking about. I also kind of want to hear your take on Target, like what's been going on with Target, if the local drops. I know here for my area we haven't been getting any.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'll kind of visit all of the major retailers that we're looking at right now. So like one of the big things, of course, is like what the hell's going on with Target. Um, yeah, so as a lot of us know, Target is basically just selling stock as they receive it. So as soon as it's put up online, basically it sells out instantly because there are people using bots everywhere. So even though it's like local availability, it's usually like a console or two each time, and it's already botted. Like, so Target is basically at their worst point ever in terms of like how they're selling PS5 consoles. Like we thought it was bad having to wake up every day and like seeing if they restock between 7 and 8 a.m. Eastern, and if they do, then they do, and if they don't, they don't. But we would know because the page would actually show the console before the drop, right? But now the page is always up and it just restocks randomly all across the country, any time of day, doesn't matter. Um, so honestly, basically, until Target gets that, like they change that, it's going to be extremely hard to get a console through them. And maybe they'll start selling them in store. Like that might be their next thing, but there's not a sign of that yet.
So the Target
Basically, yeah.
drops are getting botted.
Yeah, they're getting botted
Oh
bad.
boy.
Well, and that's the thing, like a lot of people don't really realize that is that like since the PS5 came out, like not only has the demand for the console increased, but the amount of resellers that we have who are focusing on that console or who are, getting access to bought software and stuff, like that number has gone up considerably. Like that's basically been parallel to PS5. Like the amount of resellers and resellers using bots has increased dramatically. So like basically all of us, no matter where we live, we have somebody within our, radius that is using software to, bought the consoles. So yeah, even though Target is, buy online for local pickup, if somebody, is running a bot in any area, they can have multiple accounts and they can use all of those accounts to buy up every single console that's available as soon as it's available.
I'm wondering, like,
So yeah, Target's
does,
kind of a garbage pit right now.
yeah, because I mean, how is that? How is it that they don't have a way to gauge that the same person is picking up these consoles each time they have a restock? You know what I mean?
Well, they just don't have like a universal policy for employees to like, cancel things if they see like multiple people picking something up. Like some stores will do something about it, but by and large, because there's not really a policy about it, like Target employees will see somebody come in and pick up like 4 consoles and the only 4 consoles that they have,
Mm-hmm.
and they can't really do anything about it. So, yeah, there's not really anything to limit that. And the people who are using multiple accounts, like they're not just using multiple accounts, they're using all kinds of different information, like payment information. They're using different address information to avoid getting their account caught. But basically, yeah, once they have the order in, they can go there and pick it up. Like if the store doesn't really have a policy about preventing them from picking up all the consoles, if they bought all the consoles, they're going to pick them all up.
And that's crazy. Mr.
Yeah.
Transposen, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Um, is it still because I've been advising people to use the Hotstock app. Is it still I found that that was a good way to track, like, because you were saying that the drops happen randomly now, like it doesn't matter what
Yeah.
time. But is the Hotstock app something you still recommend, or?
Honestly, it hasn't really been very effective, from
Okay.
what I've been seeing for Target. Like, you can try it for sure, but the biggest problem is like, as soon as the add to cart button a button appears live locally for you on Target, it's usually already sold out, because when they're listing it again, it's usually like just a console or two. And yeah, you can
Yeah.
bet that like botters are monitoring that, and they already got it basically. So the add to cart button will still be there, but it's like the typical thing. You click the heck out of it and it says out of stock no matter what you do. So yeah, hot stock isn't really making it any easier. It's not making it any harder, but at the end of the day, the way that Target is selling consoles, like, it just makes it too easy for them to be botted.
Yeah. JC130 says, "Hey, just want to say thanks for helping me secure my PS5 on the Walmart job. Appreciate it." Yeah, buddy.
Yo, that's awesome, man. Congratulations. Yeah, I'm speaking of Walmart. That's actually a perfect segue. I think Walmart might be one of the next big retailers to restock.
Okay.
They're coming due, and most of their previous orders have been fulfilled. So I would say, this coming week I'd have them on the radar. And it's most likely going to be a Walmart Plus drop, because basically all of them have been members only drops.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we'll know in advance, but that's kind of my guess. I think they're kind of sticking with that.
Transposins
Um,
says Target was fine until the change. Hot stocks only pings if it's in
yeah,
stock for more than 10 seconds. I watched 44 go out in stock in Temecula, California. I didn't even see the checkout page. That's so yeah, that's kind of
damn.
going back to what you were saying, huh? That it's getting, now that the word is out there, it's getting hit pretty bad at Target.
Yeah, and it's easy. I mean, that's the thing, is like, for local botters and stuff, like, it's like the things that we like about Target are the things that they also like about Target, and that you don't have to wait on shipping. You get to pick it up instantly. Well, for them, that means they get to flip it instantly. So that's easy money.
Yeah.
Like, that's more valuable to them than, getting a bunch of consoles from a Walmart drop, and some of them might cancel and all this kind of stuff. If they, hit a Target drop and they get 10 consoles, they can get rid of those instantly, because they can pick them up that same day. It's absolutely insane. I hate that Target's doing it this way. It's such a bad idea.
And
And I mean, when they started doing this with Xbox Series X, that's when Series X was still in really high demand. And, I would always have people, botters and stuff, like, bragging about all the consoles that they got by hitting the drops like that. And it's just kind of blown my mind a bit that, of course Target's a big corporation. They don't really care. That's the thing. That's the thing too, is like, it doesn't really matter to them. They're still selling them.
yeah, like right now
But
they're
it's so
smoking the
disappointing.
cigar while like counting the wads of cash, and they're like, ah, ah,
Yeah,
ah,
they
ah,
got
ah.
they got the money already. Yeah, they don't care. It's the same amount of money no matter what to them. So yeah, it's just disappointing, because it was so bad with Xbox Series X, and even for a bit it was bad with Switch OLED when they were doing that way. And yeah, for them to just like kind of give up at this point with PS5 drops, it wasn't the right time to do it. If it was more widely available with, just more regular restocks, then maybe they could get away with doing that. But we still have these like big dry periods, between restocks, where it's like 2 weeks ago or so, there was like a restock every day. And then this last week, we only had Costco. It was like only Costco, and they did a big PS5 bundle.
Man. Yeah, and see, like
So
what Chris Cooper said, Target is cackling as John Q. Target is cackling as he dives into his pile of gold coins like Scrooge McDuck. It's that's a very good I just got like a crazy mental image of that. Mr.
Yep.
Transposen says just saying that all my scalper buddies who don't use bots are crying. I mean, if they can't score, what chance does the normal person have? Jucky says always money to
Right.
company or big tech. Birdman, what's going on, Birdman? Birdman's in the house. So
Yo.
you mentioned Walmart. Walmart's next drop, you're saying, will be Walmart Plus?
I would guess
Okay.
because basically all of their PS5 drops lately have been Walmart Plus, and they don't really restock very often either. And every other time it's been Walmart Plus. So that's what I would expect. They want to keep people on that membership, and part of the thing is too is like there are other benefits to that membership that they're really trying to highlight. So that's what I would expect. They're trying to rope people in with that and try to keep you on with all the other benefits they're offering.
Okay. What days has Walmart's been liking to do they've been announcing it, right? Like the day before or
Yeah.
something? Okay.
Yeah, they usually do it. They announce at least a day before in most cases, and like between Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, those are usually the biggest, potential days for a Walmart drop. But yeah, the nice thing is that we will know in advance.
Man,
So I appreciate that.
a really crazy thing that happened to me with Walmart Plus is I signed up for it in January and I have the membership and they have not charged me for, I don't know what it is. If you guys want to check your Walmart Plus memberships, but they haven't been charging me since January.
What?
Yeah, I double checked too. Like I've been double checking
That's
like
wild.
all my expenses lately and I don't know what it is, but I signed up in January and like they keep giving me Walmart Plus.
That's really crazy, huh?
Yeah,
I mean,
so
you can go with it, I guess.
in case you hear anyone else mention it to you, I wonder if it's something that we did or what the hell, but yeah, I've been ordering my low carb ice cream like getting delivered to my house and the delivery guy's like I cuz I tip him like $3 cuz like the Walmart's not that far from me, but I also don't want to leave my
Yeah.
house a lot. And then he'll come he's like, "Hey man, you order a lot of ice cream." I was like, yes, I do." I'm like now the Walmart delivery guy knows me and the people at Burger King know me by name, so I'm like, okay.
We're all getting a
um
little too familiar here.
yeah. Chris Cooper says, "Oh, Mr. Transposen says he missed your Elden stream, dude."
Oh, no worries, man. I'll definitely do another one. And yeah, like I was saying a little bit ago, I think I might do a stream tomorrow. And if I do, I'll probably go with Ghostwire Tokyo because honestly, I've been sharing about it
Yeah.
and people are like, is this game any good? So I feel like I kind of need to show it off a little bit. Honestly, the gameplay is really fun. It's a different kind of gameplay. So I'm excited to kind of share that a bit. Yeah, I'll probably stream tomorrow evening.
Awesome. Chris Cooper says somebody else is probably mad as hell because they keep getting charged twice every month. Or one, I know. I hope not. Yeah, if they get charged for someone named Chubbs McGee, then I'm like gonna be very sad, and I'll be like, look, guy, look, man, I'll get you back, right? I'll get the other guy's gonna be like, why do I keep getting receipts for low carb ice cream like every week? Um, Silly Alberto says, and when do you think PS5 will be in stores? And I feel bad for everybody who cannot get one. Uh, would you want to talk about Best Buy for a little bit? Are we still seeing PS5s
Yeah.
show up at Best Buy stores?
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things that like cycles around every like 2 or 3 weeks or so. So this coming week we'll be looking out for it again. Um, and it really does depend on the day, depends on the store when they get the stock. But basically the app trick that we've talked about before, where you search for PlayStation 5 in the app and you toggle the in-store option or in-stock option, and it shows, for different locations, if it's actually there, it'll show the picture of the PS5. Um, in a lot of those situations, they only have like one console. So that's just one disclaimer I have to add to that app trick, is like it could just be that they have just one console and that's actually just being reserved in case there's like a warranty issue with a PS5.
Okay.
But At the same time, when they do actually have in-store stock, that's how you'll know, is you can search it up in the app, and select your local store, select in-store, and if it shows up there, it should be available. So, I mean, that's at least how you start to narrow down your options for local stores. But yeah, in some cases, it is just one console that's specifically set aside for if there's a warranty issue with the PS5. But we'll start to see like a broader trend across multiple states if there are, say, like PS5 disc and digital showing up at multiple stores within an area. Then that's a pretty good sign that they actually did get like a new shipment of consoles for in-store sales.
Okay.
Yeah, it's usually more promising if it shows both consoles.
Bun was asking, when do you think Sony's gonna have their next PS Direct? I think the emails go out on Sundays, no?
It varies.
Okay.
More often than not, the invites will come in around 2 p.m. Pacific time, so 5 p.m. Eastern time, and honestly, most of them tend to happen on like a Tuesday or a Thursday. So then you would probably get an email on a Monday afternoon around 2 p.m. Eastern if you did get an invite. And when people do start to get invites, I will tweet about it, just so everybody knows to check their emails at very least.
Awesome.
But yeah, there's no news on that yet.
Transposen says Best Buy has all been 1 and 2 in stock recently. They all are canceled. Also, like, is it like what you were saying, that's when someone doesn't pick up their reservation, or
it could be that?
Okay.
But in a lot of cases, like if it's just like a cancellation or something, they will just hold on to that cancellation either for the next restock, which as far as they know, it could be in person, it could be online, they don't know. But they could hold it just for that, or they could decide to just hold it for warranty exchanges, which is the case in a lot of situations, because, for instance, like people with Total Tech, they get all these additional benefits. One of the benefits you get is a protection plan. So if there is a problem with your console and you have Total Tech, it doesn't cost you anything to take it to the store and be like, hey, this isn't working. And they might be saving, a console for situations like that too.
Okay. Yeah, so you were saying about the toggle trick for Best Buy. Is that still a viable option for people, or?
Oh yeah,
yeah, okay.
It still works, and it works for things like GPU as well. So like we've seen for Founders Edition cards, basically the 3080 Ti and the 3090 Ti are consistently in stock just because they cost a bit more. But for like the 3060 Ti, 3070, 3070 Ti, and regular 3080 Founders Edition cards, you can actually just search up in the app Founders Edition and do the same thing, like check local stores, see if it shows up before the store opens, and you might actually be able to buy one in person if you go.
Oh, okay. Awesome
So yeah,
stuff.
it definitely still works.
And then, hey, what's going on, MAS, Mr. Michael? What's going on, man? Michael was, we haven't had a state of play in quite a bit of time. So Michael was saying state of play has been tossed around quite a bit. Some think it could be towards the end of the month, featuring a specific game, but who knows if that rumor is real or just attention grabbing. I wonder if that game is God of War Ragnarok. And when Ragnarok comes out, man, holy crap, those what I'm thinking is, like, this is crazy, dude, but what do you think about a Ragnarok PS5 edition? Do you think they should do it right now, or if it's, I mean, the fact that PS5s
I think that they should, but the weird thing is too with the PS5 is like the plates are interchangeable, so I'm kind of wondering what they would make unique about it,
Yeah. If it's anything like that, there was a PS4 Pro God of War edition that, well, for me it was ugly. I don't know if you guys in the chat, how you guys felt about that PS4 Pro God of War system. It looked weird, man. It was weird. It was weird to look at. And like I was back in those days, I was like I had pretty good money, so I was like buying special editions and stuff. And I saw it, and I'm a huge God of War fan, and I saw it, and I was like, oh,
Like, no, maybe
yeah,
not.
it looked a little bit weird. Oh
Yeah,
man,
I feel
Ragnarok
like, you know, with the
plates. Raymond
yeah, I know
was saying
Ragnarok
Ragnarok
plates
plates
would
would
be
be cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a lot they could do with it, and like they could execute it really well, or they could execute it very badly. But I like again, I have to like go back to Microsoft and say like they really kicked ass with the Halo console. Like just a beautiful concept. Like they executed that so well. The only thing that they didn't execute well is like supplying enough of them. But it's such an awesome looking limited edition console.
Which one was that one?
Oh, the Halo Infinite limited edition Xbox.
Oh yeah.
They did such a good job with that. Like the
Yeah.
fact that you can like shine a black light on it and the stars glow, like you know,
Yeah.
even just the top grill instead of like, you know, it having green there has like that blue color. Like they did a good job with that. I have to give them like massive props for that. It was one of the best looking limited edition consoles I've seen in a while.
I wonder if I wonder if they're like working on a new Halo game, and what they're planning for like that new Halo edition that I'm sure is gonna come out. Because I know we've missed out on being able to get a Halo Xbox at retail price, but it did so well. I mean, it'd be crazy not to see another Series X edition come out.
Right?
They've been doing a lot
Yeah,
of
no,
weird giveaway ones though, like that SpongeBob one and then the Burger King one.
yeah, they've done a good job with that. Like that's been really interesting. But I'm just like, yeah, if they could, you know, or like when they do a giveaway of the Halo console, I'm like, can you guys just make more? People would buy them. Just make more.
Let's make more of them, man. Oh,
Yeah, right. Yeah, so they've been doing a good job with like having that variety, and same thing with like controllers and stuff too. That's the thing that Microsoft tends to do well that Sony doesn't do so well. You know, it's like how long have we been waiting for them to actually make the PS5 plates available at like major retailers? Like you can only get the red plates and the black plates from PlayStation Direct, but you can't buy them from any major retailer in the US yet. And they still haven't even dropped pre-orders for like the blue ones and the purple ones and stuff.
that's true, man. That's true.
Isn't it crazy? And I'm like,
It's
it's
pretty
just a
nuts.
replaceable plastic thing, man. Just like, come on already.
Yeah, a chip shortage isn't gonna mess up plate production.
Right.
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know what the excuse is for that. It's so weird to me. Because yeah, you have
Yeah.
Microsoft over here just like whipping up, you know, very unique like Series S consoles for these giveaways. They're just like throwing them out basically, new things all the time. But Sony can't even produce, like they can't even give us the plates they showed us pictures of in like what, January?
And
Insane. I don't get it, man.
MAS says, hell, third-party companies have been doing more on the plates than Sony.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. At first, I thought Sony was cracking down on third parties, but yeah, I've been seeing those pop up also, the third-party plates.
Yeah, if you go through Amazon, you can find some pretty good ones, and like the D brand plates are still really neat. Like they just look really good. I like the new design. I know a lot of people like don't like how there's the vent on it and how it doesn't have like the wings. You know, it's kind of like a smoothed out
Mhm.
kind of look. But
I want to
it's
get
the
those
most unique one.
I want to get those gold ones that Jake put on his PS5, man.
Oh, I know.
Those look pretty slick, dude. I think they were sold out.
Yeah.
Huh? They sold out of those.
I think they were. Yeah, they might be back, but yeah, they definitely did not have enough of them. Yeah, I got like third-party plates for my PS5. Goodness, I like to say like maybe like what, July last year, like halfway through last year, and they're just like black plates that I paid maybe $30 for. Looks awesome, you know. And I didn't, you know, we didn't have the official PlayStation ones at the time, so I was down with it. I definitely don't feel the need to like get new plates. The only ones I'm actually really tempted to get are the D brand ones. And if I do get them, I want to get them in like the retro gray,
Oh
just
yeah,
like the
like
old
play.
school PlayStation console.
Yeah, like the PS1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm tempted by. But yeah,
Juck
they'll get around to it. They got to produce more plastic.
Jucky says his water broke. Dude, is it gonna be a girl or boy? Chris Cooper says, I
Might need
wish.
to might need to check in with the doctor.
Yeah, I wish they made plates that automatically repel dust. Oh, dude, I'm so OCD about dust on like my systems, man. I'm constantly cleaning like my PS5, and those vents are so big too. Like dust can get in there pretty easy.
Yeah.
So going back to what about I know Amazon restocked only digital last time, no?
No, it was disc.
Oh, disc. They didn't do the digital.
This last time it was disc. And they actually did a pretty good job altogether. Like any Amazon restock, it lasts just a couple of minutes, but
Sorry,
I saw a crazy amount of checkouts this last time.
Jucky's spazzing me out in the chat. I'm sorry. He says it's my baby. Uh, okay, and so, what do you think's happening with Amazon, man? Do you think we're gonna? They only do like one drop a month, no?
Yeah, and it's usually in the later part of the month. So, if they do a drop this month, it's very likely it's still just going to be disc because they tend to skip like a couple months, maybe a few months of digital restocks, but disc tends to be about every month or so.
Okay, awesome stuff. I need to get in touch with Matt Swider. I was trying to have him on. He said it would probably be good to have him on right before the Amazon drop, and that already happened. So I'm gonna have to touch base with them again, like at the end of this month.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's almost always at the end of the month for Amazon drops. I think they went a little early this last time. Like, what was it, like on the 19th or something? Which is just funny because like for about a year or maybe more, I've been telling people, Amazon basically always drops after the 20th. And I think they're just trying to do a little bit of like shaking things up on people and botters so that they can kind of actually have a successful restock. This last time actually went pretty well because I think part of the thing there was they updated the page and then no joke went live within like minutes of updating the web page. So like people
on where at?
For Amazon for the disc PS5.
Okay.
Like they updated the page to say like Prime members would have priority access through that date, and it was like that day. And when people were like, some accounts were out there like tweeting that it was going to happen, like it went live.
Man.
So they basically updated the page and immediately dropped stock within like 3 minutes of updating the page.
So I'm looking here on Now in Stock. Is it true that Best Buy was the last? I mean, other than Target, but we already said that Target's just all over the place right now. But Best Buy did a restock on April 21st.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. Has Costco
and in some areas it was a really weak restock, I would have to say, about the last Best Buy one. For a lot of areas it was really low stock.
Okay. And that's still local pickup? They're not shipping, right?
Yeah, they still don't do shipping for either Xbox or PS5, yeah.
And then what was the last time GameStop did anything?
The last time they did a drop, it was an in-store event, and I think it was on a Saturday.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That one?
Okay. Holy crap.
So they're probably gonna do another in the next week or two, I'd say.
And I think you had mentioned Costco earlier.
Yeah, Costco. They did a drop this most recent week, so I think that was on Thursday, and I think maybe even the week before. And I had mentioned on the time that they did their previous drop that when Costco makes a comeback, usually they restock like multiple weeks in a row.
Uh-huh.
So it's very possible we could see them restock again this coming week. They're selling a big bundle, which is part of the deterrent. You know, it has like $100 worth of PlayStation gift cards and, you know, controller and a dock and all this stuff. But I mean, the benefit is that those PlayStation gift cards, you know, you can use on whatever game you want. Like for me, I shared a PlayStation gift card deal through Aneba, and I used that to get Ghostwire Tokyo, and that's like $20 off right now, digital, on the PSN store. So like there's some good sales actually happening with the PSN store that kind of makes it worthwhile if you do end up with the gift cards.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Um, and then we had this whole thing with so with the new PS Plus launching, they had already right now you can't for PS Now you can't redeem PS Now gift cards, but you'll be able to do so after the new service launches June 13th. So I was gonna say that, you know, like if you guys see a good deal that Stock Tracker puts out for like PSN or PS Now, you could still jump on it. You just can't redeem it until
Yeah,
um
until after the dust settles, basically,
yeah.
on the June 13th. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, so same thing goes with like PlayStation Plus. You know, like I still get those deals from time to time, and you can save about $20 per year of PlayStation Plus, but you won't be able to redeem that until after that date, unless you don't currently have a PlayStation Plus membership. If you're a brand new member, you can redeem it no problem. You just can't stack them for multiple years right now.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm seeing you did tweet out about the Dark Plates 2.0 by Dbrand. Oh, that they are pretty nice. It's got that little vent on the side.
Yeah, I think they look kind of cool, and the
Yeah.
light strips are kind of neat too. What I really want to get is like I want to get the gray plates with like purple light strips. I think that'd be kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks really cool to me. I know it's like divisive, like the appearance. Like a lot of people don't like it. They like something more similar to the ones it came with. But yeah, I think they look really cool. So
Oh, Raven, that's cool, dude. Raven used I had posted about claiming PS Now through rewards, so he was able to get it. And he's got PS
yeah.
Plus until 2025, meaning, and I
Yo,
think it is gonna renew, my friend. So meaning he's got PS Plus Premium till 2025.
that's
Um,
right.
I think I linked that video in the description because last time I checked, it still works if you have uh PlayStation rewards. But hopefully I put it in the description. But that's cool, man. That's cool, Raven.
Yeah, I'd say anybody who has PlayStation Plus should redeem at least, you know, at least 1 month of PlayStation Now before June 13th, because yeah, when it does transition, it's supposed to switch you over to premium.
Yeah, and then if you were on the automatic renewal, it's gonna renew PS Now. So even monthly members are gonna get PS Now renewed, and then if they had a couple of years of PlayStation Plus, then it's gonna push them to however long they have PS Plus for. Raven says, I think they removed PS Now card from Sony rewards. I couldn't find it yesterday. Man, yeah, hopefully there was a
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, they've been
yeah,
doing a lot of that kind of stuff.
hopefully I was able to reach some people when we did that live stream, but Para just says my phone's acting up. Didn't mean to do that. Walter, what you do, Para? Just is something gonna blow up over here by my house? Walter. Walter says I want Ragnarok plates. Man, I do too, man. We do too.
I'd be cool with it.
Transposen says I recently bought PS Plus and now I need to activate them. What other retailer have we not talked about here, man?
Let's see. So yeah, we've talked about Target, Best Buy, Walmart, GameStop. Yeah, I would still say with GameStop, you know, when they do have a restock, we will know multiple days in advance, and it's most likely going to be like another in-person kind of restock thing. because they've been liking doing that, like in-store bundles. Costco's been restocking their bundles pretty regularly. Online hasn't done a restock for PS5 in a bit. So this coming week, they'll probably do a drop, I'd say, of some PS5 bundles.
Okay.
Yeah, and then like Sony Direct, we're still kind of waiting on them. We'll see if they do like an invite drop or if they do public queue. They've started to do more public queues again, which has been kind of nice.
And it's the same day they open up the public queue after they get through with people who were invited, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely still varies a lot, but if they do a public queue, it's usually it's usually closer to like 2 p.m. Pacific time, and it's not usually much later than that, if so.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like we covered pretty much every
Yeah, all the big ones.
Yeah, all the big ones. Did you guys have any questions in the chat? Verizon. Can't believe. Remember when Verizon was doing PS5 drops? They hadn't done it since February though.
Right?
Jeez, how many
Verizon
customers?
was like the new Kohl's.
How many scalpers
Like,
got their burner phones from Verizon during that month? I wonder.
That was so weird. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if they end up doing something again. It's just kind of crazy, all the stuff that PS5 has been used to promote. Like Burger King giving away a PS5 or whatever.
I know, right? They should give me a damn. I could probably buy a Series X with how many freaking Whoppers I've had.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah, I should be able to use my rewards points on that.
Oh, Marky Mark is asking, can you stream from Switch to Twitch? Oh, that was kind of hard to say. Can you stream from Switch to play on Twitch?
Good tongue twister.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet, but I would totally do that. I did actually just recently pick up Mario Party Superstars, because for the first time ever, it was like $39.99, and that crap only lasted like a day. Like that sale was pulled so fast. Because
wait,
that's
Mario
the one
Strikers?
That, no, Mario Party Superstars.
Oh, Superstars. Okay, it was on sale.
Yeah, because yeah, like never ever goes on sale. Yeah, it never goes on sale. Like the regular Mario Party, the one that people kind of like crap on a bit. They're like, oh, it's not good enough. Well, Mario Party Superstars is the one that like everybody loves, and it's like the old school ones. And yeah, it was like the first time they ever did a real sale on it, and it was like $20 off. But go figure, the next day, it was like the only game that was in the Switch game sale that was just no longer on sale anywhere anymore.
Every time Nintendo has a Switch sale, I turn into like a commercial for Life Alert. Because, like, it literally gives me a heart attack. Like, they hardly do it. They hardly put their first-party games on sale.
Yeah, they've been starting to do a little bit more, which I really appreciate. But yeah, for some of those titles that they know are just, like, extremely popular, they will not drop those prices until they really need to, or until they really care to do so. Yeah, I had been holding out on getting Superstars for so long, and I knew that was going to sell out. Like, that's another reason why, like, I shared it out too. I'm like, this does not happen often, you guys. We've been waiting on this for a bit. This is literally the lowest price it's ever been. And it didn't last. It probably lasted like 24 hours tops, and then, it was no longer part of the Switch game sale.
Jason Bourne says we didn't cover how Xbox sucks so much. Well, we covered like how bad we got let down by Halo recently.
Yeah, that's kind of similar, yeah.
Walter says, I'm hoping for Metroid Prime Trilogy this year. Hell yeah, man. Metroid. Big Metroid fan.
Yeah. I would say that, yeah, Nintendo still has like a lot left up their sleeve right now. Like, we've already got so many great Nintendo games coming out this year. They still have more to offer. This is going to be a huge year for Nintendo. Like, it already is.
Michael says, MAS, it's too easy to trash on Xbox if you really wanted to. Best example is how their current issues with disabling online games. Oh, I haven't heard about that.
Huh.
Elaborate, Michael. I know, man, you know what's been popping up a lot recently is there's some 360 games that are getting delisted. I mean, it's starting to increase a little bit more in frequency, and also some 360 games that are backwards compatible on Series X they got delisted like years ago, never to come back again, usually due to like licensing issues with the music, like the music in the games. But one glaring example is Silent Hill Downpour got delisted in 2016, and they never renewed the license. So if you guys are looking for a 360 game that's going to be highly collectible, it's going to be a Silent Hill Downpour is going to be one of those. I was thinking of doing a stream in the future and talk about games that are becoming collectible for 360 physical games.
Dude, yeah, I would do that. I think you know, a lot of gamers would benefit from like seeing the collectible side of things, because you know, you want to catch these games before it is really difficult to get them. And same thing goes with like, you know, like the 3DS store and stuff going down. Like there are some games that you can actually buy right now, you know, new for 3DS, but it's going to get a lot harder to get them in the near future. So yeah, dude, I think that'd be awesome.
Oh, it's a network outage when streaming games. Xbox network experiencing issues launching games. Let's see. Looks like this just happened. A fix has been found for users still struggling to launch Xbox games. Oh yeah, so yeah, they were with the cloud gaming service. Is it still going on, Michael? Are you still having issues? Let's see, a workaround has been found for some users. Let's see. All users should once again, this was a tweet by Xbox support. All users should once again be able to launch games and start cloud gaming sessions. Thank you for your patience and happy gaming. So it says fully restart your home internet by unplugging your router. And then while disconnected on your Xbox, navigate to Settings app. In the Settings app, navigate to System tab. In the System tab, navigate to Open Storage Devices. Clear Local Saved Games option in your Storage Devices page. You'll need to confirm your choice by selecting yes. This will delete all saved data for games on your console. Oh shit. But will not delete data stored in the cloud. Okay. So we're putting a lot of faith in the fact that we'll be able to retrieve our saved game data from the cloud. They're usually pretty good about it. I know, like when I was playing Elden Ring, I thought I had lost my local game saves, but I paid my cable bill and then I was able to retrieve it from the cloud again. Dude, like freaking I don't know who your internet provider is, man, but Spectrum like slapped on like 40 more bucks on the monthly bill.
Oh jeez.
From 1 month to the next, man. I got it and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I don't think there's been any real change with ours. We're through Comcast, I think. It's been pretty consistent, but yeah, you got to keep a close eye on those, man, because they'll sneak stuff in on you, and they'll be like, oh well, at this date we were planning to do da da da, and we just didn't tell you.
I know, man. I thought the neighbor stealing my internet had ordered something like off like a movie of some sort, and like I thought that's where that $40 charge was coming from. Like, what the hell?
Right? It's like, did you just buy up a whole digital library? What's going on here?
Michael would swap out of Spectrum, but my aunt loves the Mexican shows that aren't available with other providers. Ah, I feel the pain, man. I feel the pain, Michael. Yeah, and then Spectrum has this weird like tier system where it's like it's called like the basic, silver, and gold package, but then from one month to the next, like one of the channels will change to like another, like the gold package. I'm like, what the hell, man? But Comcast, I'll have to look into Comcast or like another provider because it's been getting like crazy expensive.
Yeah, man, it just varies so much, you know, like depends on where you are, what kind of service you're actually gonna get.
Let's see. Did we pretty much cover all the restock stuff? And Tracker, thank you so much for coming on with us tonight. I appreciate you, dude.
Oh, you bet, man. No, it's
Yeah.
good catching up with everybody.
And thanks to everyone in the chat. Thank you so much. Make sure you add Stock Tracker to Twitch or on Twitch. His account's in the description, and also his Twitter accounts. Jucky's watching us in his restroom. Thanks for the update, Jucky. But thank you everyone for being here. Appreciate you guys. And did you want to say anything before we start wrapping up, Tracker?
Just want to say, you know, wishing everybody a good weekend. You know, try to take it easy no matter what kind of weather you guys got going on. Just be safe out there. Try to get some gaming in, and you know, if you're looking for anything beyond a gaming console, feel free to let me know, because I'm hearing about new stuff all the time that's like really hard to get. So if there's a way I can help you get whatever you're after, like at retail price or under retail price, let's see what we can do.
Awesome.
And I really appreciate you guys being here. If you want to catch up tomorrow, I probably will be doing a Ghostwire Tokyo stream. I think it'll be the time.
Heck yeah. And thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate you guys. Thanks, Junkie. Thank you to the moderators, Parajess, MAS8705, Marky Mark, Birdman. Appreciate you guys. And thank you, Chris Cooper, Junkie, Walter Sample, Silly Alberto, Mr. Transposin, Jason Bourne, Raven. Thank you all for being here, man. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And we'll see you when we see you. Until we see you next time. Stay safe, stay awesome. You're cool.